The smartest way to destroy those who hurt you isn't to scream, argue, or seek revenge. It's to rise so far above them that they cannot touch you. And I want you to listen closely, because if you've ever been betrayed, disrespected, or made to feel small, what I'm about to share will not only change the way you deal with pain, but it will also give you the silent power to destroy anyone who wronged you without even lifting a finger or saying a single word. Because in the end, silence, growth, and discipline are the greatest weapons you will ever have. And once you learn to use them, nothing and no one will ever have power over you again. Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone hurt you deeply? Maybe they lied to you. Maybe they betrayed your trust. Maybe they humiliated you in front of others. Maybe they left you at your lowest moment when you needed them most. In that moment, you probably wanted to fight back, to prove them wrong, to show them you are not weak. But the problem is this: fighting back on their level only validates them. It tells them that they have power over your emotions, that they can control you by pressing your buttons. And this is exactly what Stoicism warns us about, because the person who controls himself is always stronger than the person who controls others. The Stoics believed that the true battlefield is not out there. It's inside of you, in your ability to remain calm when the world tries to provoke you. Think about Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, one of the most powerful men in history. He was betrayed, attacked, criticized, yet his writings and meditations remind us over and over that the best revenge is not to become like those who hurt you. And this is the essence of the smartest way to destroy them, without saying a word. You rise so high in your character, in your discipline, in your peace, that their attacks turn into nothing but echoes in the wind. Let's break this down even deeper, because I want you to truly feel the shift in your mindset. First, silence is not weakness. Silence is a strategy, because when you respond with silence instead of rage, you rob the other person of what they crave the most: your attention and your energy. Most people who hurt you want a reaction. They want to see you crack. They want to see you lose control, because that validates their own sense of power. But when you remain calm, when you stay quiet, they are left with nothing but their own guilt and insecurity. Silence forces them to face themselves without you giving them an escape. Second, success is the ultimate revenge, because nothing destroys your enemies more than watching you grow while they remain stuck in their own bitterness. When you use your pain as fuel to build, to sharpen yourself, to become stronger, wealthier, healthier, and more disciplined, you're silently sending the loudest message possible. You did not break me. You made me unstoppable. Imagine for a moment the look on the face of the person who betrayed you, when years later they see you thriving, calm, respected, and fulfilled, while they are still trapped in the same cycles of envy and weakness. That silent victory cuts deeper than any words ever could. Third, emotional self-control is the mark of true strength. Epictetus, another great Stoic, said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." That means no matter how cruelly someone treats you, you always have a choice. You can let them drag you down into the mud, or you can remain calm, let karma take its natural course, and walk forward with dignity. And believe me, karma always comes. The universe has a way of balancing itself. And when you stop chasing revenge and instead focus on your own growth, life has a way of putting people in their place. Think about it like this. When someone stabs you with betrayal or disrespect, they expect you to bleed. They want to see you lash out, cry out, or fight back. But when you stand there calm, unshaken, moving forward as if nothing can touch you, that cuts them deeper than any insult you could have thrown back. Your silence is a mirror that forces them to see their own weakness. Fourth, living well is the sharpest sword. Seneca once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." That means every time you choose discipline over chaos, growth over bitterness, and peace over anger, you are winning the battle. You're not just surviving what they did, you're turning it into the very fuel that makes you unstoppable. And here's something powerful to remember. The people who hurt you are often trapped in their own inner battles. And when you refuse to play their game, you not only protect your peace, you silently expose their weakness. Because at the end of the day, the loudest destruction is not fire, it's indifference. Let's go even deeper into how you can practice this in real life. Imagine you're in a relationship and your partner disrespects you, cheats on you, or belittles you. The natural instinct is to lash out, to confront, to prove your worth. But the Stoic way tells us, walk away in silence, don't waste a single word. Nothing destroys a disrespectful partner more than seeing you detach, thrive, and live happily without them. Because deep down, their biggest fear is not that you'll fight them, it's that you'll forget them. The same applies in friendships, family, and even the workplace. If someone underestimates you, insults you, or tries to sabotage you, don't lower yourself to their level. Stay silent, stay disciplined, and let your results speak louder than any comeback. Over time, people realize that those who stay calm under pressure are the ones with real power, because they cannot be shaken by anyone else's actions. And here's the truth. Every time you react with anger, you give them free rent inside your mind. But when you stay silent, when you keep moving forward, they lose all access to your inner peace. And that is the ultimate destruction. Think about it this way. Revenge might give you a short rush of satisfaction, but it keeps you chained to the person who hurt you. Silence, success, and indifference, on the other hand, set you free, while also destroying them far more deeply than any insult ever could. Because the cruelest punishment for someone who wrongs you is not your revenge. It's your absence, your indifference, and your glow-up. Let's also talk about the psychology behind this, because modern science agrees with what the Stoics knew centuries ago. When someone attacks you and you react, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which put you in fight or flight mode. You lose clarity, you lose rationality, and you give the attacker control over your state of mind. But when you stay calm and silent, your brain stays balanced, and instead of reacting emotionally, you respond strategically. Or sometimes, you don't respond at all, which is even more powerful. Psychologists call this response inhibition, and it's one of the strongest signs of emotional intelligence. So, when you stay silent, you're not just practicing Stoicism, you're practicing science-backed power. And that power compounds over time, because every time you choose silence, you train your mind to remain in control, and every time they expect a reaction and get nothing, they weaken themselves further. And here's where karma comes in. When you don't interfere, life does the work for you. People who spread lies, betray others, and live with envy always face the consequences eventually, because that kind of energy always circles back, and when it does, you'll already be too far ahead to even look back. The smartest way to destroy those who hurt you is not to fight them. It's to live so well, so calmly, and so successfully that they destroy themselves watching you rise. Remember this, your silence is not empty, it is full of power. And the people who once thought they broke you will eventually realize that they only built you. And when that day comes, you won't need to say a single word. Your life will speak louder than anything you could have said.